Hello wonderful people. Welcome to the Asian Herald History Channel. What happened after the tomb of Tutankhamun was discovered? Tutankhamun was born after the death of Amenhotep III. There was no chance of him being his son. His reign was from 1336 BC. His tomb opened many secrets and many details about his reign. The young pharaoh assumed power at the age of 9. But he went back to the traditional Egypt gods, Amun from Aden. The powers of the priests were restored. In fact, he took his capital back to Thebes. Tutankhamun married Anck-Snammun, the daughter of Akhenaten and Nefertiti. It was clear during his reign that he was devoted to Amun and never went back to Aten. But there were too many missing pieces in the story of King Tut. The first being his birth connection. The second was his death and the third was his offspring. It was evident that King Tut did not have children. He died without an heir. Then what happened after that? There have been many investigations, DNA tests and so many mummies were investigated by different people to solve it. There were many mummies which were found but the tomb was destroyed, so it wasn't very clear who was who. However, the research took the investigators from National Geographic to two specific mummies which generated interest. One was established as Akhenaten and the other was Nefertiti. The mummies of Amenhotep III and Tai. So, it was easy to establish them. The mummy of Anck-Snammun has also been identified thanks to the newly revealed identity of both Akhenaten and Nefertiti. But interestingly, King Tut was not the son of Nefertiti but was of Akhenaten. The history does not give any evidence to it. So, it was all clouded. But there was another unidentified mummy. She was established as the mother of King Tut. She was also the daughter of Amenhotep III. The identity of the mother is yet unknown. But the biggest mystery was resolved by the investigators. Tutankhamun was the son of Akhenaten and his sister. It wasn't uncommon during this period in Egypt. However, offspring with stepsisters were more common but not sisters who shared both parents. Not all historians would accept this, but the DNA investigations of National Geographic have claimed this. But this opened a can of worms. Of course, it resolves the very first missing piece. But there were other pieces that needed to be resolved. Tutankhamun was club-footed. There were so many canes in his tomb as well. But how did he die? Why were the tombs and mummies were destroyed? What happened after the death of Tutankhamun? There were two fetuses found in the tomb of Tutankhamun, whose fetus were these. The history of Egypt was standing at the door of the most important revelation. Please subscribe to us as we unearth the journey of Tutankhamun. Please hit the subscribe button so that you get the notification when we upload part 3. Thank you for watching.